This dog belonged to the world's most famous footballer, but what he did that day on the training ground saved something far more important than Cristiano's career. Rex had been Cristiano Ronaldo's shadow for 4 years now. The German Shepherd mix, with his striking black and tan coat and intelligent amber eyes, was more than just a pet to the Portuguese superstar. He was family. While the world saw Cristiano as the man who had conquered every football stage imaginable, Rex saw him simply as the human who had rescued him from a Madrid animal shelter during his Real Madrid days. The bond between them was unbreakable. Rex accompanied Cristiano everywhere the rules allowed and had an uncanny ability to read his moods, offering comfort during difficult losses and celebrating silently during victories. On this particular Tuesday morning in March, they were at Al Nassr's training facility in Riyadh. The sun was climbing high in the Saudi Arabian sky, and Rex seemed unusually alert as he surveyed the training complex. Small groups of young fans had gathered around the facility's perimeter to catch glimpses of their heroes during training. Among the crowd was 8-year-old Ahmed, a local boy who had become a regular at these sessions. His father worked nearby and would often bring him by after school. Ahmed wore a miniature Al Nassr jersey with Ronaldo 7 on his back, and his eyes lit up every time he saw his hero. Rex had noticed Ahmed before. The dog had a remarkable memory for faces, and Ahmed's genuine excitement and respectful behavior made him stand out. The boy never pushed or shoved, never screamed wildly. Instead, he would stand quietly, watching with focused intensity. Today, Ahmed had arrived early, securing a prime spot near the eastern fence. He clutched a small notebook where he wrote observations about Cristiano's techniques. What Ahmed didn't know was that someone else had been watching him too. Rex's keen senses had picked up on 2 men who seemed to pay particular attention to the children around the facility, but not like typical fans. They didn't cheer or take photos. Instead, they observed quietly, taking notes, focusing on young spectators who appeared unaccompanied. As Cristiano began his warm-up routine, Rex positioned himself with a clear view of the surrounding areas. The dog's training and natural instincts made him an excellent guardian, but today felt different. The 2 men he'd been monitoring were back, positioned strategically at different points. One stood near the main entrance, while the other had moved closer to where the children were gathered. Ahmed, lost in admiration for Cristiano's ball control exercises, was completely unaware that he had become the focus of unwanted attention. The man near the children was slowly edging closer to Ahmed, using the excitement of other fans as cover. He carried a clipboard and wore official-looking identification, but something about his movements felt predatory to Rex. The dog rose to his feet, his body language shifting from relaxed to alert. His tail stopped wagging, his ears stood fully erect. Years of living with Cristiano had taught Rex to be subtle in his warnings, but his every instinct told him that danger was approaching the young boy. Meanwhile, Cristiano was fully focused on his training routine, moving through agility drills with the precision that had made him a 5-time Ballon d'Or winner. Rex found himself seeing potential danger that the humans around him couldn't detect. During a moment when the crowd was captivated by a spectacular volley from Cristiano, the suspicious man made his move. He approached Ahmed with practiced casualness. "Excuse me," he said in Arabic, his voice friendly but authoritative. "I'm with the club's youth development program. We've been watching you, and we think you might be interested in a special training opportunity." Ahmed looked up, his eyes wide with excitement and confusion. The man's official-looking badge gave him an air of legitimacy, and the idea of being selected for something related to his hero was incredibly appealing. "A training opportunity?" Ahmed asked, barely containing his excitement. "Yes, but we need to discuss it privately." There's a special area where we evaluate young talent, just around the corner. Very quick. Rex's every instinct screamed danger. Everything about this situation felt wrong. The man's body language, his positioning to block Ahmed from view, his urgency. The dog began moving toward the fence line, but the training staff was focused on the session, and Cristiano was in the middle of a passing drill. "I don't know," Ahmed said, natural caution beginning to override his excitement. "My father said to stay right here." "Don't worry, we'll have you back before he returns," the man insisted, his tone becoming more pressing. "Cristiano Ronaldo himself recommended that we speak with you." At the mention of his hero's name, Ahmed's resistance began to crumble. The man extended his hand, encouraging the boy to step away from safety. Rex knew he was running out of time. Rex did something he had never done during training. He began to bark, not an excited yip, but the deep, urgent bark of an animal raising alarm. His voice cut through the morning air with authority. Cristiano paused mid-drill, turning toward his companion. In 4 years together, Rex had never interrupted training. The dog was barking while staring fixedly beyond the fence, his entire body rigid with tension. "Rex?" Cristiano called out, jogging toward the fence. "What's wrong, boy?" The dog's barking intensified, and he began pacing along the fence line, clearly agitated. Several players and coaches stopped to see what was causing the disturbance. But Rex's alert had an unintended consequence. It alerted the suspicious man that his actions were drawing attention. Moving quickly, he grabbed Ahmed's wrist and began pulling the confused boy away. "Come on, we need to go now," the man said, his friendly facade dropping. Ahmed, suddenly frightened by the man's change in demeanor and strong grip, began to resist. "I want to stay here. Let go of me." Rex's barking reached fever pitch as he watched the situation unfold. The dog threw himself against the fence, trying desperately to reach the boy being dragged away. Cristiano, now at the fence, followed Rex's gaze and saw what his dog had been trying to tell him. A man forcibly pulling a young boy away from the crowd, despite the child's obvious distress. "Security!" Cristiano shouted, his voice carrying across the training ground. "There's a problem at the east fence." He didn't wait for security to respond. Cristiano sprinted toward the nearest gate, while Rex found a gap in the fence and raced alongside his owner. The suspicious man, realizing his cover was blown, broke into a run while still dragging Ahmed, but he hadn't counted on the speed of a world-class athlete motivated to protect a child. Cristiano burst through the gate onto the walkway, Rex at his side. The sight of the famous footballer pursuing them caused the man to panic and stumble, loosening his grip on Ahmed. The boy pulled free and ran back toward safety, tears streaming but unharmed. Cristiano scooped him up protectively, while Rex positioned himself between Ahmed and the would-be abductor. Security arrived within seconds, quickly apprehending the suspicious man and his accomplice near the main entrance. As police processed the scene, Ahmed clung to Cristiano, still shaken but safe. His father arrived minutes later, and the emotional reunion was witnessed by players and fans. "Thank you," Ahmed's father said to Cristiano, tears in his eyes. If your dog hadn't," he couldn't finish, overwhelmed by what might have been. Cristiano knelt to Ahmed's level. "Are you okay, little man?" Ahmed nodded, then looked at Rex, sitting calmly beside them. "He knew, didn't he? Your dog knew something was wrong." "Yes," Cristiano said, stroking Rex's head. "He's very smart. He was trying to protect you." Police later revealed the men were part of a network targeting young fans at sporting events, using fake credentials and crowd chaos to approach children. Rex's alert had not only saved Ahmed but potentially prevented other attempts. The incident made local news, focusing on the incredible intuition of the dog who had detected danger that humans missed. Ahmed's experience led to enhanced security protocols at sporting venues throughout the region. Months later, during a match at Al Nassr Stadium, Cristiano spotted Ahmed in the crowd, now wearing a jersey with both Ronaldo 7 and a small paw-print patch. After the match, Ahmed was invited to meet Cristiano and Rex. The boy ran to Rex first, wrapping his arms around the dog's neck. "I told everyone at school that you saved me," he whispered to Rex, who accepted the attention with dignified patience. Cristiano watched with deep satisfaction. In a career filled with goals and trophies, he had learned that some victories happen off the pitch. Sometimes the most important saves are made not by goalkeepers, but by the loyal friend who refuses to let danger go unnoticed. Rex simply wagged his tail and rested his head against Ahmed's shoulder. In the dog's world, he had done what any good friend would do: protected someone who needed protecting. The bond between footballer and dog had proven to be something powerful, a partnership that could save lives, and a reminder that sometimes the most important assists come from those who love us unconditionally. Heroes don't always score goals or win trophies. Sometimes they just know when to bark.